Hi there, everybody. It's week 10 of PhotoPea. And in this tutorial, what I'm going to be demonstrating is how to create the Christmas card. We're doing a quad fold card, and the first step is going into Canvas. You're going to click on this link that says template. You don't need to invent the wheel from scratch. So once you have the link clicked, you're going to arrive over at this page. Up at the top right, you're going to see an arrow pointing down. This is the download arrow, which you'll need to download it into your Google Drive and then open it into PhotoPea. Let me move this out of the way. And once you have it open, you'll notice that it seems like there's a lot of information going on here. What I want to direct you to is over here in the layers palette, you're going to see 4 layers. There's the white background. There's what's called the quad guide. I'm going to take the eyeball off this. You can see that the quad guide is there to help you with the orientation of the different parts of the card. Remember that this is just going to be a piece of paper that's printed out and then folded up so that this then becomes the back of the card. This here with the tree is the front of the card, and then we've got where the writing would appear as you open the card, so the inside of it. Now this portion of the card is going to be blank, and so don't worry about that. But in this tutorial, I'll show you how to rotate it so that you can get the writing that's going to go on the inside and do that up. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to zoom in on the tree. Now for the tree, we're going to be utilizing the pen tool, and I'm going to have you just real quick go through, and like we did with the Bezier game, you're going to click the nodes and create this tree. So what I'll have you do here first of all is you're going to grab the pen tool, tap P. If you do a right click, you're going to see it says free pen as well. We click the pen tool, and up here at the top, these are the controls that you have. Now I want you to where it says fill here, you're going to hit the red X box. Okay, so that means no fill. And for stroke, when you click that, if you double click in this swatch, you can then change the colors. And so for this one, I've just changed it to green because we're going to be creating a Christmas tree with this. And then what you'll do is you're going to click in here and you're going to type in 5 for 5 point, and that'll give you enough to get started. So with the pen tool selected, we're going to start at the top of the tree. I'm going to click. Now remember, the key to working the pen tool is the Alt key. And so over here on your keyboard, you're going to want to have your finger on that Alt key, because after every node we place, we're going to want to adjust the antennae of that node so that we can then make the next line. So I'm going to click down once, and I'm going to click over here at the end where I need that to flow. And then I'm going to hold down the clicker, and I'm going to bend the line. Before I lift up my finger on the clicker, I'm going to hold the Alt key, and I'm going to move the antenna. And what I found is that the smaller you make the antenna, the easier it is to control. So I'm going to direct the antenna so that it's going in the direction of the next line. Okay, I'm going to click down, and then I'm going to click where it is I want it to go next, and I can then bend it. Then I'm going to take that antenna, and again, I'm going to swing it around in the direction that I want the line to travel, but I'm going to keep that antenna small, and I'm holding the Alt key the whole time. And I will just continue going down this way until I get to this point. Again, I'm keeping that node small, and I'm then going to work my way around the tree. Keep going. Now, when you get to the bottom, you're going to click in here to make the scallop, and you're going to have to bend that out. Again, I hold down the Alt key, and I'm going to then take this antenna, I'm going to move it that way, and click here, and I'm going to bend that. Then we're going to come back down to this portion, a little small bend. It's easy on the straightaways because all you do is click. You don't have to do any bending. And I'll bend that one a little bit. And then I'm going to move the antenna here, and I'm going to then click down, and I'm going to arch these last few lines like that. And this is the one where I need to swing the antenna around. And I'm going to then bring that up to the top. And then again, keeping the antenna short, I'm going to then release, click to the end, bend, move the antenna, and we're almost done here. Move the antenna down here. And again, I'm using just a lot of this Alt key to make this happen. So swing that around, shorten it up, and then I go right back up to the top. Whoops, and I'm going to hit Control Z because I accidentally released it too soon. So I need to bend that one out a little bit. Boom, and that's it. That's the tree. But I'm going to go over here to fill, and I'm going to click, and I can click on the solid color. It's going to turn it solid green. And the next thing I want to do is I want to add a star to the top. So I'm going to go over here to the shape tool. So everybody look over here in the tool console. If you go down, there's a rectangle by default. I'm going to right click and I go down to custom shape. Okay, when I click custom shape, up at the top here, you'll see it says shape. I'm going to drop that down. It's going to have to load these different shapes and icons up. And I can type in star. It's going really traditional here. And I'm just going to click on the star. Now, before you deposit the star, okay, you're going to hold down that shift key. Otherwise, your star is going to look extremely short, skinny, tall, or fat. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to hold the shift key. I'm going to stretch the star out to the size that I want. And you can see that it's going to fill it green. I want it to be yellow. Let's just go traditional here. So again, I go up to the top where it says fill. I'm going to drop that down. I'm going to double click on the swatch. So right here where that swatch is, double click there. I'm going to grab the yellow. I'm going to make it a little bit warmer there so it's golden. And then I hit OK. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start adding in some ornaments to this tree. And again, using the shape tool. So I go over here. Right now it's a star. I'm going to right click. And where it says ellipse, the ellipse is how I'm going to add in the ornaments along the tree. Okay, go over to the shape in the tool console, grab the ellipse, change it from yellow to red, and hold down that shift key and make yourself some ornaments. Pretty basic. There we go. So we've used the pen tool, we use the shape, the different shapes that we got available to us. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom out. Now, on the back of the card, you're going to come up with a company name, like the card company that you have. And then we've got to turn this card around so that we can write on the inside of it. So I'm going to go over here to the layers palette. Actually, I'm going to merge some of these layers together. So I'll select the top layer where it says shape 9. I'm going to hold the shift key and I go down to shape 3. And as you can see, it darkens all of those in. And all I need to do is to go layer and merge layers, or I can do Control E. Anyways, you'll have to play around with this to get it the way that you want it. For the message that you want to put inside, what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you grab that text tool. I'm going to have you write, maybe Happy Holidays. And then we need to flip this text around. We're going to use Edit Free Transform. And up here at the top of Free Transform, now you remember this from the Mandala project. We're going to actually turn this 180 degrees. So where the angle is, where this triangle is up at the top with the degree, we're going to type in 180, hit enter. It's going to flip it around. We're going to then use the move tool up at the top of the tool console, and we're going to place that in the middle. You're probably going to want to find a better font than Arial. So I'm going to select that, and I'm going to change it from, actually it's Deja Vu Sans, something a little fancier. And so we've got that. And then what I'll do is I'm going to take the eyeball off of the, where it says quad guide here, okay? And then once I print this out, I'm going to be able to fold it up, and everything's going to work out. So that's the project. That's day 10 of PhotoPea. Thanks for joining me. I'll catch you in the next video.